And we're live. Hello.
Hello.
So I'm Lizzy Hardingham, and
I'm Ellie McCann.
we're doing this lovely live stream here for you on behalf of Folk and Roots. Thank you very much for having us. Thank you very much for tuning in. Ellie's going to play first, and she's an absolutely astounding musician, genuinely. She's played on all of my albums, and you know, she's just one of those musicians that just turns up and brings the goods, and they are amazing every time. So she is also part of a trio called Burdock, and she does lots of other things. And check out her. She does lots of collaborations, the online collaboration station, and they're with lots of fabulous musicians like Ellie Gowers and Eli Cuthbertson, and it's really brilliant. So she's going to play you lots of excellent music this evening. So please, without further ado, I'll give you over to Ellie McCann. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, Lizzie. That was lovely. So yes, I'm Ellie McCann. I'm a folk singer-songwriter from Bedfordshire, and I'm very excited to be singing and playing some songs for you today. So this first song I'm going to sing is an original song that I wrote a fair few years ago now, back in 2015. And I wrote this song after coming back from a trip in Malawi. I took this ukulele out with me, and I just was messing around with lots of different tunings on the ukulele and thought, oh, this is really cool, and came up with this melody. And then the lyrics sort of wrote themselves, really. It was one of those songs which happened very naturally, and then I sort of forgot about this song, and now we're here with it 5 years later. So this is a song called Long Way From Home. Hope you like it. Smoking cigarettes, what he does best, drinking to pass the time. Oh, wife of 5 years, how could you treat her so unkind? You were young and in love, a father at 19 years down the line. You have 3 more and wondering how this could be. And I, a heavy heart and restless stone, a heavy heart and restless stone, and you're a long way from home. You and I, we're a dead-end situation, trying to find ways to pass the time. You and I, this is a game you're losing, and the gate is closing this time. No, you're saying your music's a killer, you're onto a winner. I beg to differ, you see. Music speaks louder than words, and your talk is cheap. And thinking this whole thing through, questioning your validity, 'cause you're too much in love with selfishness and greed. And I, a heavy heart and restless stone, a heavy heart and restless stone, and you're a long way from home. You and I, we're a dead-end situation, trying to find ways to pass the time. You and I, this is a game you're losing, and the gate is closing this time. situation, trying to find ways to pass the time. You and I, we're in a situation, trying to find ways to pass the time. Ooh, a heavy heart and restless stone, a heavy heart and restless stone, and you're a long way from home. Thank you very much. I'm so excited to be part of this. This is so good to be part of this evening. So that was one called Long Way From Home. And this next song I'm going to do is one on the banjo. So I wrote this song about a year ago now, and I usually sing this song with the trio that I'm in, Burdock. Hello to Anna and Shona if you're watching. But this is a song called Wave Song. And I wrote this song after going on a trip to Bournemouth, and there's so many cool places in Bournemouth, and I thought there's not enough folk songs about Bournemouth. So I wrote a song about it, and it's called Wave Song. Actually, I see that Kyle's watching. This goes out to Kyle. So yeah, this is Wave Song. Take me back where the shoreline flows peacefully, where the cool blue glistens surrounds, where there's you and where there's me. Will you take me back where the maritime air travels around, where there's comfort in the humming of the wave song, where there's you and where there's me, where there's you and where there's me. A strand of land has become a part of me. We walked for miles to Bournemouth to reach the quay. Walked along the water's edge, cliffs we could see faintly. Dusk was upon us, that didn't faze you or me. Will you take me back where the shoreline flows peacefully, where the cool blue glistens surrounds, where there's you and where there's me. Will you take me back where the maritime air travels around, where there's comfort in the humming of the wave song, where there's you and where there's me, where there's you and where there's me. The dimming of the day, where there's tranquility, the sky an orange haze cast over the blue and green. Walked along the water's edge, cliffs we could see faintly. Dusk was upon us, that didn't faze you or me. Will you take river, where the cold blue glistens surrounds, where there's you and where there's me. Will you take me back, where the maritime air travels around, where there's comfort in the humming of the waves' song, where there's you and where there's me, where there's you and where there's me. I'll be your guide to wash your worries away. Come with me now, every day I will make known to you I'm not going away. At high tide, I'll be your guide to wash your worries away. Come with me now, every day I will make known to you I'm not going away. Thank you very much. Cool. So, going to stick with the banjo for a moment. How are we all doing today? Have we had a good day? Enjoyed the sunshine? I hope you're all safe and well. This is all quite new to me. I'm not used to doing a lot of live stream gigs since lockdown. So hopefully, touch wood, technology bears with me and it's all okay. So far, it's all right. Hopefully that continues. So I'm going to do 2 tunes on the banjo now. The first one is one that I wrote called Lily Who, and it's a tune that is about a place in Hertfordshire called Lily, and it's a village and it's where my granny lives, and it's a very sort of nostalgic place to me. So I thought I'd include that one in the set list today. And then I'm going to go into a new tune that I wrote at the start of lockdown, actually. And it's a tune called Greener Grass, because I think we all need to, with this whole situation that's happening at the moment, it's just thinking better things will be on the way soon, hopefully. So yeah, this is Lily Who, and then going to go into Greener Grass. you. Cool. So now the next song is a traditional song called Once I Had a Sweetheart. And this is a tune that I learnt from my friend Frida, who introduced me to this song. And I think she found out about it through her mum. I'm not entirely sure where the origins of it are. I think it might be a Cecil Sharp one. I could be completely wrong. Don't hold me to that. But anyway, I recently got this new instrument during lockdown, and it's become my favourite instrument ever. So this is called a shruti box, if you've heard of it before. I've been doing online lessons teaching, because obviously I can't teach in person because of lockdown. And the pupils, when I showed them this, they were very surprised and thought it was a laptop. But no, it's not. It's a shruti box, and I'm going to play this traditional song on the shruti box now. So this is Once I Had a Sweetheart, and I hope you like it. Once I had a sweetheart, and now I have none. Once I had a sweetheart, and now I have none. He's gone and leave me. He's gone and leave me. He's gone and leave me to sorrow and mourn. Last night in sweet slumber, I dreamed I did see. Last night in sweet slumber, I dreamed I did see my own darling jewel sat smiling by me. My own darling jewel sat smiling by me. But when I awakened, I found it not so. But when I awakened, I found it not so. My eyes like some fountains with tears overflow. My eyes like some fountains with tears overflow. I'll venture through England, through France and through Spain. I'll venture through England, through France and through Spain. My life I will venture the watery main. My life I will venture the watery main. I'll sail over silver and steer towards the sun. I'll sail over silver and steer towards the sun, and cherish the beauty in being alone, and cherish the beauty in being alone. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this next one I'm going to play. Now go to the guitar. The good thing about doing gigs like this, live stream gigs, is that I can just have lots of instruments around me, and I don't have to worry about bringing too many instruments to a gig and it being a bit too much. Whereas now I can sort of do what I want, which is great. So yeah, we're going to do a few on the banjo, not the banjo, the guitar, for the next few ones now. This next one is another traditional one, and this is one that's called Little Birds, or the version that I know is called Little Birds. And I heard this through Carthy Hardy, Farrell and Young. Nearly forgot their names then. And it's a really beautiful version of this that they do on their album. But I think there's lots of different versions with lots of different lyrics of this folk song, like with many other folk songs, I guess you could say. But yes, this is one that I learned from them, and I also sort of stole their arrangement of it. So hopefully it's not too similar. So yeah, this is Little Birds. Said the robin to the crow, when I was a young man I chose to. One didn't love me, the other one would. Don't you think my notion good? Said the blackbird to the crow, why do the white folk hate us so? Forever since old Adam he was born, it's been our joy to pull our corn. Said the owl with his head so wide, it's a lonesome day, a lonesome night. I thought I heard some pretty girl say she's caught all night and sleeps all day. No, no, said the turtle dove, that's not a way to gain his love. And if you want to gain his heart's delight, you must keep him away both day and night. Said the owl with his head so white, it's a lonesome day, a lonesome night. I thought I heard some pretty girl say she's caught all night and sleeps all day. No, no, said the turtle dove, that's not a way to gain his love. And if you want to gain his heart's delight, you must keep him away both day and night. Thank you. I just think that's such a lovely song. I think it's also called the Birds Courting Song. It's got that name for it because it talks about how different birds go about courting each other. Your typical folk song, I guess. So this next one I'm going to do is an original one that I wrote called Safe Haven. And I wrote this song back in 2017, I think, or maybe it was 2018. I was in my third year at university, and I wrote this song because one of my friends set up the Student Action for Refugee group for my university, and from living with her and hearing about all the stories that she'd hear from people, it made me think I need to write a song about this. So yeah, she would meet these refugees or people seeking asylum, and all the horrific things they'd have to go through to be able to just have somewhere to live. So it made me think I need to write a song, and I think it's just as relevant today. So yeah, this is a song called Safe Haven. They take away our liberty with an unconcerned stance, unsympathetic, cold-hearted, left in the dark, fleeing from war and conflict, wanting to start again. Instead, these people are faced with long journeys to freedom. For most of them, it will never end. Stuck on a border somewhere in the journey to freedom. Different country and same story. Putting their lives at risk in search of a safe haven. Labeled in the media as a burden on the rest, spreading messages of hate or silencing them at best. Oh, they'll take away all our jobs, we need our country back again. They say ill-educated mindsets, the government doesn't act. For most of them, it will never end. Stuck on a border somewhere in the journey to freedom. Different country and same story. Putting their lives at risk in search of a safe haven. Oh, putting their lives at risk in search of a safe haven. Thousands of miles traveled via desert, land or sea, smugglers making profit from these vulnerable refugees. Oh, once they reach the promised land, all dreams shatter on the ground. Oh, on Britain's borders, no hope can be found. For most of them, it will never end. Stuck on a border somewhere in the journey to freedom. Oh, different country and same story. Putting their lives at risk in search of a safe haven. Oh, putting their lives at risk in search of a safe haven. Putting their lives at risk in search of a safe haven. That's one that I haven't played in a long time, actually. So this next one I'm going to do is one that I figured out recently. When I say recently, I mean quite recently, very recently. But it's a song called "Make Me a Palette on Your Floor," and it's a traditional bluegrass sort of standard tune that I heard a version from a really great band called Aid Laley and Blue Summit. If you have heard of them, comment below, because or if you haven't, then check them out because they're really, really, really good. But I heard this song through their version, and then I heard lots of different versions dating back to sort of 1916 or something like that. I think one of the first versions was found. So I thought I'd give this one a try. Something a bit different. It's a lot more bluesy, but we'll see. So this is "Make Me a Palette on Your Floor." Make me a palette on your floor. Make me a palette on your floor. Make it soft, make it low. So I'm broke, got nowhere to go. Won't you make me a palette on your floor? Been hanging around good time, friends of mine. Been hanging around good time, friends of mine. Oh, they treat me very nice and they treat me very fine. When I've got $1 or a dime, so make me a palette on your floor. Make me a palette on your floor. Make it soft, make it low, so my good guy will never know. Won't you make me a palette on your floor? These blues are everywhere I see. These blues are everywhere I see. Oh, these blues, oh honey, they're everywhere for me. Won't you make me a palette on your floor? Come tomorrow, I'll be satisfied if I can get that fastest train right. Oh, come tomorrow, oh, I'll be satisfied. Won't you make me a palette on your floor? So make me a palette on your floor. Make me a palette on your floor. Oh, make it soft, make it low. I'm broken, got nowhere to go. Oh, won't you make me a palette on your floor? Make it soft, make it low. When I'm broken, got nowhere to go. Won't you make me a palette on your floor? That's a fun one to play, actually. So this next one, I'm going to go back to the banjo. Hopefully this is going to stay, not going to fall. Okay. How are you all doing? I can see the comments. Thank you for all the comments. So this one I'm going to do now is one that is a very well-known folk tune. I'm sure a lot of people will have heard of it before. This is one called Shady Grove, and I don't actually know where I first heard this song. I think there's lots of versions that I'd heard growing up. I can't pinpoint one in particular, but I've heard lots of different versions, and I think it's one of those songs again, which there is a lot of versions to it. So I came up with this one on the banjo. If you're in your living room, have a little boogie, have a dance. Oh, thank you for the comments. Okay, so yeah, hope you like this one. This is Shady Grove. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, my little love, going back to Harlem, cheeks as red as roses, eyes the prettiest crown, she's the darling of my heart, prettiest girl in town. Went to see my Shady Grove standing at the door, shoes and stockings in her hand, barefoot on the floor. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, my little love, going back to Harlem. When I was a little boy, smooth was a knife. Now I want my Shady Grove to say she'll be my wife. I was a big black horse, gone to feed him on. Shady Grove, stay at home, feed him when I'm gone. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, my little love, going back to Harlem. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, my little love, going back to Harlem. Beaches in the summertime, apples in the fall. If I can have Shady Grove, I don't want to let all. When I was a little boy, I once it was a knife. Now I want my Shady Grove to say she'll be my wife. Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, my little love, going back to Harlem. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, my little love, going back to Harlem. Lovely, thanks for the dancing, Lizzy. I don't know if everybody else could see that. Cool. So I think I have time for one more, hopefully. So just want to say thank you to Graham for organising this. Folk and Roots and Folk on Monday do so much for the folk scene in London and just the music scene in London in general. So thank you so much, Graham, for asking me to be part of this. And I'll introduce Lizzy after this next one. So I'm going to finish with one that's called Lowlands. It's a traditional song. I'm going to bring back the shruti. It's just there. And this is one that I think I heard the Shirley Collins version first, but I just think it's a lovely song, even though it has a not very happy ending. But it's still a nice sounding song, even if I think the lover dies or something. It's a traditional folk song sort of ending, so no surprises there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and listening. I've had a great time, and you're in for such a treat after this from Lizzy. But yeah, thank you for being such a lovely audience. I hope that I can actually see you in person at a live gig sometime soon. But yeah, take care of yourself. I've been Ellie McCann, and I'll introduce Lizzy after this one. So this is Lowlands. If you know the lyrics, join in. I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, my lowlands away. I dreamed my love came standing by. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John came standing by my bedside. Lowlands, my lowlands away. My love has gone to the lowland sea. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John, and shall not ever return to me. Lowlands, my lowlands away. My love has gone to the windy lowlands. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. He's gone to the windy lowlands. Lowlands, my lowlands away. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I've been Ellie McCann. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and I have a website, just Ellie McCann, MCCANN, if you want to check out more of my stuff, and hopefully see you at a live gig soon. So coming up next, we have the amazing and stupidly talented Lizzy Hardingham. Lizzy is a folk musician from Hertfordshire, and I met Lizzy through New Roots in 2018, and she's gone on to do amazing things since then. She's performed at Cambridge Folk Festival, and she's going to be performing at lots of amazing festivals next year as well. She has the most incredible voice. You're in for such a treat. Please welcome Lizzy Hardingham.
Thank you very much. That was lovely. And that was such a lovely set. That was really, really amazing and such brilliant variety. And it was lovely to see you play all of your, well, probably not all of your instruments. We've yet to see you play the whistle. She also plays the whistle. So I'm just putting that out there because now she's going to have to play that. But that was such a lovely set. And I don't know really how I'm supposed to follow that. But I'll start with this first song, and it's from my most recent album. And that particular album was called Seven, because I couldn't think of a more imaginative name, because it's about the seven seas. And this was the first track from it, and I've enjoyed sort of having it played on the radio quite a lot, so it seems to be the most popular track. And it's called King of the Boundless Deep, and it's all about the whales, obviously the animal, not the country, but it's all about their majesty within the sea and how they command all of this awesome power. But also it starts to delve into sort of how we exploit that, or sort of used to exploit that, to our own personal gain as the human race. Luckily, there's less of that sort of thing now, but it certainly still happens. So yeah, this is called King of the Boundless Deep, and I hope you enjoy it. Oh, the king of the sea is bound free of the earth and the wind and the sea, and he sinks to his depths neath the billow's breast, nor the roughest tempest fears. Oh, the howling blast as he hurries past, his music to lull him to sleep. He has seen the spray of his boisterous play as he dashes the king of the deep. Oh, the rare old whale midst storm and gale, the ocean his home shall be. For a giant in might, where might is right, the king of the boundless deep. And the wondrous wail of the rare old whale of the mighty deep disclose, of the skeleton forms of bygone storms, and of treasures which no one knows. He has seen the crew when the tempest blew, slip down from the slippery deck, and stemming the tide with his glassy side, he's freeing the ocean with wreck. Oh, the rare old whale midst storm and gale, the ocean his home shall be. For a giant in might, where might is right, the king of the boundless deep. And the whale shall still be dear to me when the midnight lamp burns dim, and the student's book is its favored note, for they are all lit by him. Oh, from none of his tribe we could e'er imbibe so blessed, so useful a thing. But we on land go hand in hand to haul in the ocean king. Oh, the rare old whale meets storm and gale, the ocean is home no more. For a giant in might, where the prize is right, laid on the ocean shore. He roughly, for a giant in might, no price is right, the king of the boundless deep, the king of the boundless deep. Oh, 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 oh. Thank you very much. So that was King of the Boundless Deep. Oh, hello, Ben. And hello to everyone, really. Hello to everyone. I hope you're all having a lovely evening. And I mean, with what Ellie's just played, you are all having a lovely evening. For anyone who's not seen me, I'm Lizzy Hardingham, and I would usually be going around folk clubs and singing some songs and doing some tunes. And this is one of the ones that I usually do in most of my sets, because it's a sort of pseudo-traditional one that I've arranged into my own style. And I picked this up from a book that I was given of what are supposed to be obscure folk songs. But of course, every folk club you go to, somebody comes up to you in the break or after the show and says, "Oh, that was a lovely version of this. I have a version. Would you like to hear it?" And so you hear all of these wonderful versions of songs you think you know. And it's just such a lovely melting pot of like hybrid versions where you've taken a bit from there and a bit from there and you've made it your own. And it's really lovely, this community that we live in. So sorry, I've completely gone off on a tangent, but that's where this song comes from. It's taken bits from there and bits from there and made it my own. So this is Fisher Child, and I'll just play it to you in tune, shall I? So this is Fisher Child, and it's called, it was originally called As I Walked Out One May Morning, but the traditionalists among you will know that probably about 70% of the songs are all called that. So to distinguish myself from those, I called it Fisher Child, and it goes a little something like this. Summer's morn, on purpose to meet my bride. 'Twas there I saw a pretty maid come rolling down the tide. "Good morning to you, young fisherman," she cried, "what's brought you here?" I said, "I am fishing for a lady gay, right down the river clear." So he's boldly walked up to her there and kissed her both cheeks aside, and taken her by her lily white hand, rode her down the tide. And now she's down on bended knee, crying, "Please, sir, pardon me for thinking you a fisherman who sails the briny sea." So he's launched his boat up to the shore, crying, "Ma'am, your pardon is lent," and in each other's arms embraced until they gave consent. So now go you to my father's home, where married we will there be, and we shall have a fisher child to row you on the sea. You shall have a fisher child to row you on the sea.
child to roll you on the sea.
Thank you. That was Fisher Child. And if you are enjoying any of the music, mine, obviously you enjoyed Ellie's because she is phenomenal. But if you enjoy any of this, I do have a few records to sell, and they're all on my website. Thank you very much. Just down below, if you head there, I've got 3 CDs, 2 of them are albums, and one of them, the 7 Cs one, half of the proceeds go towards the RNLI and the brilliant work that they continue to do even through lockdown. So if you would like an excellent coaster that is in funds and raising funds for the RNLI, then look no further than a Lizzy Hardingham CD. But I'm going to play you one that's now not my own, but this is one that has always been sung round the house when I was growing up, and I really like it. It's really melancholy, and it sort of almost sounds upbeat in its melody and in its tone and in its phrasing. But when you listen to the lyrics, they're really, really depressing. But I mean, it's a Lead Belly song, so they're all quite depressing, but absolutely brilliant. So this is Goodnight, Irene, and I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, this is Goodnight, Irene.
Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Me and my wife, we got married. Me and my wife settled down. But now that she's gone and left me, gonna take another stroll downtown. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Now sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in the town. And sometimes I get this old notion just to jump in the river and drown. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Stop your rambling. Stop your gambling. Stop staying out late at night. Go home to your wife and your family. Gonna sit by the fireside. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. I love Irene, God knows I do. Gonna love her till the rivers run dry. And if she thinks about leaving, I'm gonna take that morphine and die. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good
thank you very much. I like singing that one because it's got quite a juxtaposition, because it sounds happy, but it's just not. But thank you very much for your lovely comments during it. I'm going to do an a cappella one now. Please do let us know in the comments if you're having a lovely evening, if you've done anything of note today. I went on a lovely, lovely walk with Minnie Birch, and it was fabulous. Of course, it was socially distanced, and we heard the birds singing, and we put the words to rights. So if you've done anything particularly lovely, please let us know. But for now, I'm going to sing another a cappella one, and it's a really lovely song. And much to my shame, I hadn't heard it until I was of quite a ripe old age, and I saw it through the film Pride, and they sing it in the film as a call to arms, and that's what it is. It's Bread and Roses, and it was a call to arms written for the women's movement, and unfortunately it still holds true today, but I thought I'd sing it now, and if anyone fancies doing any marching, because obviously that's what it's written for, it's written as a protest song, then please do so. I won't know, so I'll just assume that you're all emphatically marching with me. But I really struggle not to march with this song, so I'll do my best to have decorum. But this is Bread and Roses. As we go marching, marching in the beauty of the day, a million darkened kitchens, 1,000 mill lofts grey, are touched with all the radiance that a sudden sun discloses. For the people hear us singing, bread and roses, bread and roses. As we go marching, marching, we battle to for men, for they are women's children, and we mother them again. No more the drudge and idler tend that toil where one reposes. Hearts starve as well as bodies, bring us bread, but bring us roses. As we go marching, marching, we bring the greater day. For the rising of the women means the rising of the race. Our lives shall not be sweetened from birth until life closes. For the people hear us singing, bread and roses, bread and roses. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. For the people hear us singing, bread and roses, bread and roses. Thank you. That was Bread and Roses, and the first time I heard it, so it's in the film Pride. It's sung in a Welsh mining community in their social club. So in the first verse, there's a bit where it says, "Are touched with all the radiance," and it took some time for me not to have to sing "Are touched with all the radiance," because obviously there's a natural roll in the R there, but I didn't do it. So, but maybe next time I will. It's quite fun, really. But staying on the sort of women's movement theme, I thought I'd sing Nana Was a Suffragette. And if you would like to listen to the recorded version of it, Ellie is on it. So that's an endorsement, a massive endorsement to go and listen to it, or go and buy the CD if you should so want. But this particular one is by a lovely lady called Jules Gibb, and she sung this version, not this version, she sang her version in her kitchen with 3 other ladies in 4-part harmony. It's glorious, it's somber, it's respectful. And this version is my own version, which is very different. And I've yet to hear from Jules Gibb saying she doesn't like it, so I'll assume she doesn't hate it. But I quite like playing it because I get to sort of let rip and really go for it. So I'll go for it tonight. And oh, thanks, Minnie. And yeah, this is Nana Was a Suffragette, so I hope you enjoy it. You never knew me, Nana. She died 4 years ago. She lived in that old folks' home in Moorside, you know. I used to go on Sundays, sometimes took the kids, but I was always so proud of what she did. Nana was a suffragette, almost the last alive. Nana was a suffragette. At over 95, she sang, "Votes for women, it's just a beginning. You ain't seen anything yet." Oh, 'cause Nana was a suffragette. When I was young, I carried this old photo of my nan, tackling a worker from a clarion band. You never think it of her, she was always frail and ill. But on that day she emptied all the women from the mill. Nana was a suffragette, only 5 feet tall. Nana was a suffragette, and she took on City Hall singing, "Votes for women, it's just the beginning. You ain't seen anything yet." Oh, Nana was a suffragette. Proudest day in Nana's life was when the vote was won. Paper said it's over, but Nana just begun. The Women's Committee went on to better things, challenged the union and nail wedding rings. Nana was a suffragette, never thought to fail. Nana was a suffragette, even spent the night in jail singing, "Votes for women, it's just a beginning. You ain't seen anything yet." Oh, Nana was a suffragette. Now I am standing with a college degree, and my kids have more options than Nana could foresee. So if you think we're satisfied, then take a look around. There's lots of angry women who all let Nana down. Nana was a suffragette, never thought to fail. Nana was a suffragette, even spent the night in jail singing, "Votes for women, it's just a beginning. You ain't seen anything yet. You ain't seen anything yet. You ain't seen anything yet." Nana was a suffragette, singing, "Votes for women, it's just a beginning. You ain't seen anything yet." Oh, Nana was a suffragette. Thank you. So that was Nana was a Suffragette, originally by Jules Gibb. And I have actually sung. Thank you very much for your comments during that, Minnie. I've sung that with Minnie and Jester Still for a women's International Women's Day thing in Hemel a couple of years ago, and it was lovely to sing with you ladies as well. But I think I'll sing another one of my own now, and This is probably the one that gets played the most on radios and in shops and such. And it's one of those really weird things that people quite often ask, do you get bored of playing your own songs? And some of them, yes, you probably do. But this one, I'm quite glad to say I'm still not bored of playing. So I'll play it for you now, and it's called Harvester of Gold, and everybody knows the spiel. So I'll just say it's about bees. It's called Harvester of Gold, and again, it's on the album Dusk, and Ellie's on it. So if you want to go and listen to us playing together, then maybe this is the one for you. This is Harvester of Gold. Harvester of gold, he cried, you're counting down the days. Your mothers and brothers have all flown away. Harvester of gold, he cried, brace our breeze no more. For with the first day of spring, you shall sing on another shore. Gold shines on. Gold, will it shine when you are gone? Harvester of gold, he cried, those wings are wearing thin. No time to address this fitness we've got you in. Harvester of gold, he cried, your time is at an end. Your fellow man barely can call himself a friend. Gold shines on. Gold, will it shine when you are gone? Harvester of gold, he cried, what torture have you seen? The smoking guns nearly won this sorry scene. Gold shines on. Gold, will it shine when you are gone? Harvester of gold. Thank you. That was Harvester of Gold. And it's quite a funny story, actually. One of the first times I played that at a festival, I was actually stewarding, and I was just on the open mic stage, and I chose that one to play as my one song. And I'd just been stewarding, and I was making tea for someone backstage, and I popped my hand in the sugar to get him a sugar for his tea, and I popped my hand, and there was suddenly this sort of a bit of a sting, and then a really sharp pain. And I'd been stung by a bee. And I went on stage and I told them, I said, I'm really sorry if I mucked this up because my hand really hurts because I've just been stung by a bee. And now I'm going to sing you a song about how much I love bees and I think we should be doing more for them. So I don't really know what that means. I don't know whether that's, they're trying to tell me that they appreciate me singing about them or that they don't like me singing about them. So make of that what you will. But I haven't been stung by any bees since. So maybe that was just a cursory sting. I don't know. but I'll play a slightly older one now. And this one I wrote about, it's quite hard to explain really. So it's called Denim Steel, and it's about the link between having a pair of jeans that you really, really love, that fit you really well, but they're a bit old and they're a bit knackered and you could do with a new pair. And comparing that to a relationship that you've been in for a long time that you could do with a new one. It's lost its sheen and it's lost its vigor. And I'm not sure if that's a comparison that anybody has ever made or will ever make again, or whether it was worth making. But I enjoyed writing the song, and I enjoyed all of the little bits that you can add in about jeans. So possibly the only song that's ever been written about jeans. Here it is, Denim Steel. First love is like your first pair of really good jeans. First love is like learning what they mean to be unbending, to not need mending, learning how to thrive. Told you close now and then somehow last you through to 45, 'cause our first love is denim steel, and that first love is learning how to feel. First love is like feeling the seams start to go. 1, maybe 2, maybe 5 years at the most is how long you've got left. You know the habit's fraying, what needs saying. You're both afraid to say, 'cause it's fading, the color's shading as blue turns into faded gray. 'Cause that first love is denim steel, that first love is learning how to feel. First love is like trying them back on for size. Though they still fit and the fit is still good, you're older and stronger and wise. And though you've changed, life has been rearranged. Comfy was good at the time. And these new jeans, though they're smart, stiff and clean, the old ones will always be on your mind. 'Cause that first love is denim steel, that first love is learning how to feel. Thank you very much. I think I saw during that Ellie put, when we were in New Roots together, so 2018, I think, we that was one of the songs that I did. I think we did 4 songs each, maybe 20 minutes. And that was one of the songs I did. And I'd written it maybe a week before, so it was a real gamble to do it then. But yeah, it's lovely to play it after having not played it for a few years for you. So thank you very much for listening so intently and being so absolutely lovely. And you've been such a wonderful audience. And thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm going to do another original now. And thank you so much to Graham and Folk and Roots for having us and for all the amazing work you do to support artists. It's really brilliant. I know I wouldn't have had gigs in London without you. So thank you very much. And also, just in case he's watching, I borrowed a USB mixer for this, well, not for this gig, but for gigs in general. And a few of you have commented on the sound, so thank you very much to Dan Baxter for lending me his USB mixer so I can try it out and test the waters. I think I'll buy one of my own because I quite like it. But I'm going to do one now, another one from the Seven Seas album. And this particular one is called Memorial for a Glacier. And it's all about Jack Frost having lost his icy love, the glacier, there's no queen, Mother Nature, however you interpret it. And Mother Nature having, you know, melted into the sea. She's no longer a glacier. She's no longer this epic geographical landmass. And she's not feeling great about it, I'll be honest. So this is Memorial for a Glacier, and I hope you like it. Memorial for a Glacier. One night in winter when Mr. Jack Frost had departed, broken-hearted, for his love had left his side. Mr. Jack Frost left the town, oh, for he saw no reason to play the season without his loving bride. But there in the glow of the Greenland sun lay his love, where once a tall glacier stood high above. Now she's a speck of the waters that rise, how she swears to drown all the people too blind, too busy to care. Wallowing deeper than even the ocean she flows through, nowhere to go to, oh, he wanders all alone. The kings in their throne rooms are laughing and burning their money. They think it's funny, safe inside their homes, but little they know of the vengeance that grows in the soul of the ice queen, reduced to the rivers and oceans that flow. Soon she will rise like the eagle that soars through the air, to drown all the people too blind, too busy to care. Jack's all alone, separate from all he holds dear. Jack's all alone, his time on this earth getting shorter every year. It's never too late to appeal to the Queen and her King. Now is the time we must stand up to shout and sing, for when Greenland Thank you very much. And thank you to those of you who noticed this lovely lobster. So I'm going on a camping trip next weekend, and it's by a lake. And this isn't relevant to the music at all, so I apologise, but people have asked why it's there. I'm going on a camping trip by a lake, so we've all got an inflatable to bring with us so we can enjoy our time in the lake as well as kayaking and using the pedals and stuff. And they're very difficult to get down. I blew it up just to check it's all in working order before I take it to the lake. And they're really difficult to get down. So I think it might just have to stay on the kitchen table and just come up on the back seat of my car, ready inflated. If anyone has any know-how on how to de-inflate an inflatable lobster, please pop it in the comments because I'm finding it very difficult. And having explained the lobster, or if you have a name for the lobster, that would be really great. Just pop it in the comments because I have yet to name the lobster. But I'm going to finish with one last song. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've been Ellie McCann and Lizzy Hardingham, and thank you so much to Graham for having us. And take care, stay safe, keep phoning your loved ones, keep being lovely. And this particular one is a song I've written. I have tried squeezing the valve, Mum. Yes, thank you. This particular song is one I've written since lockdown, and it's called 2 Meters Away. And it's all about, hopefully, better days coming soon. Lobby McLobster, I like that. Hopefully, better days around the corner. And like Ellie said, greener grass, fingers crossed. But this is not only just about being able to go out and gig and see live music, but it's promoters, it's artists, agents, it's about bookers, it's about venue owners, so many people behind the scenes that you don't realise have lost their entire livelihood. And this one goes out to all of them. So thank you very, very much. I've been Lizzy Hardingham. If you want to check me out, Facebook, Spotify, all of that sort of, if there's a platform, I'm on it. But this one's 2 Meters Away. This might take our breath away for just a little while. This might knock the wind out of our sails. So screw your courage to the sticking place. For I am pretty certain you'll not fail. Hand and lead you through to a time when we are less than 2 meters away. Living in a shadow of time we thought would never come, when all we took for granted's on the line. Oh, your summer's looking empty as the music calls wash up on the wind. But at least the view from here is looking fine, 'cause we've got hope that the show goes on a different day. I will take your hand and lead you through to a time when we are less than 2 meters away. the show goes on a different day. I will take your hand and lead you through. 'Cause the show goes on a different day. I will take your hand and lead you through to a time when we are less than 2 meters away. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in. I've been Lizzy Hardingham. Earlier you were watching the amazing Ellie McCann. Thank you very much to Folk and Roots for having us. If you have a spare moment, please check us out online or consider donating if you are able to. And hopefully see you again soon. Take care and bye-bye, everybody. Just going to do a little dance because I don't know who's in charge of ending the stream. But I don't think it's me. So I'm just gonna sort of keep saying goodbye, really. And I hope you all have a lovely week to come. And if you're in work, then enjoy that. And if not, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the outside. Hopefully you get to see your loved ones, and hopefully you'll enjoy some music too. So have a wonderful rest of your evening and see you soon. Bye-bye.